I'm set up at the neighbor's house because they have their flag, and I just wanted to talk about. And I'm sorry because my mom says I get on a soapbox too much. I'm going to try to quit doing that. I just want to talk about the government shutdown because of the whole budget issues currently. And the thing I want to talk about is the country, the United States of America, has a credit rating. That means that it is a business. Everybody complains about President Trump because he's not a politician. Well, because the country is a business, is a corporation, I think that the politicians should think more about the fact that because he is a businessman, should do a better job for the country than they as politicians do. Uh, in my opinion, what was suggested for GM to retire their older people instead of laying off their workforce is something that the country should do. There is no reason or need for senators or legislators to be in office for 20 plus years, 30 years. The president is limited to 2 terms or 10 years or 2 terms. And yet there are senators and legislators that are in for decades. And it's funny because they can't come to terms with a budget, and it's everybody else that works for that corporation that are suffering, not those that are in the Senate or the legislature, because they have enough money already that they can afford to go a month without having a paycheck, where those others that are GS6, GS5, GS9 and live paycheck to paycheck can't. I think that something definitely needs to be done about this budget issue, and that people need to quit arguing over who's right and who's wrong, and he's not a politician, he's a businessman. Well, you know what? This country is a business. Let's run it like one. Ron Paul, Ross Perot, they were all businessmen. They all had the right idea. Perot probably more so than Ron Paul. However, this is a business. It should be run as one, and it shouldn't be just people sitting back saying, well, I'm the incumbent, somebody's going to vote for me. They need to have a limit on that and quit having it be that they make X amount of dollars and they have to vote themselves not to get a raise. They need to be limited making X amount of thousands of dollars a year. And then staying there for life. When I heard that they had to vote not to give themselves a raise a decade ago, it blew me away. Who's going to vote for that? Very few.